So Canon is set to drop a brand new camera on September the 9th. And so far what we can tell from the thumbnail of the actual video, it looks like it may be a competitor for the Sony FX3. I really hope that's exactly what's going to happen because we actually need that. We need that competition only if, you know, Canon can get them lenses to drop down in price. Would be cool. But anyway, guys, let's go and get straight into the video today. Now, taking a look at the teaser thumbnail that we do receive, we do see that this camera right here does have a box look. Now, when I say a box look, that means the camera is legit made like a box. It kind of looks like the FX3 or even FX30 or the FX2. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was actually expecting Canon to start making, you know, boxy cameras just because they went ahead and dropped the Canon R50V, which definitely does take that same exact look. Even though R50V has a straight up quarter-inch thread on the side of the camera for people like that's making like vertical content every single day. Now, when it comes down to this camera right here, it looks like this will be a cinematic camera, and people are even calling this the Canon EOS C50. So that C50 portion in there is going to be cinematic, obviously. That's going to be fire. But the camera design does actually take some of the looks too from the R5C, which giving us like that bright red, bold record button as well. And that's why I'm saying, okay, cool. This is definitely going to be a cinematic camera. Now we're just going to come down to figuring out what's actually specs about the camera, because some sources are saying that this camera should be taking, you know, some of the hardware components from like the R5 Mark II, which I hope it doesn't, because that's a 45 megapixel camera and it shoots up to 8K. I'm fine with 8K, I just don't want the 45 megapixels. I have an R5 that shoots 45 megapixels and I can't shoot nothing when it comes down to low light. It's very terrible. I can't even lie. I ain't gonna say it's terrible, but it's, you could tell the difference between somebody that has less megapixels versus who got too many, you feel me? Now, other sources are also saying that this camera may actually sport a 32 megapixel sensor as well, but then it also may have open gate support, and open gate support means that we're going to be able to use the full sensor inside the camera versus like partial of it. I want that. I want that for two reasons. One, we got the open gate, therefore I can use a whole entire sensor. That means I can have much more details coming out of the camera versus what we actually have today. Like, this camera is crispy as I don't know what today, but having an open gate feature and also 32 megapixels mean I can shoot in low light, but then again I can get more details in that low light atmosphere as well. So why would we want a 45 megapixel for a cinematic camera? Maybe I could be tripping, I don't know. You guys tell me, am I tripping? Now, a couple other things that I do hope that this camera does also have is, because I still shoot on the R5, and I wish that Canon would push out a firmware update for us already to go ahead and knock this out, but I hope this 30-minute record limit is gone. I hope that Canon never, ever again makes a camera that has a record limit, or if you do have a record limit, make it at least like 2 hours or something, because I cannot deal with 30 minutes. It's diabolical. Like, I'm so serious, it's diabolical. But yeah, let me know what you guys feel about this, you know, this rumored C50 that's supposed to be coming out hopefully on September the 9th. I want to know exactly like what the cost is going to be, which I'm assuming that this is going to be probably like a sub, maybe $4,000 to $5,000 camera, just depending on, you know, everything. Because if the R5C was already like $5,000 or even $4,500, this camera right here has the potential of being in that same range. But then again, it could push over this a little bit more. It really depends, man. But let me know what you guys feel about this rumored camera C50, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.